Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready? Like 5! Check. Check out round.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long second.
On second down, it's Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Returnable for Grant. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Check. Go ahead. Check 55, come on. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hey, Jim. Come to me, it's me.
Now Balaj. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
180!
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Switzer on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Black 20.
Check 52. Come on. Hey, let's get this.
Black return.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Get that! Blue 30. We ain't giving up nothing today.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Switzer. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down now, Muhammad. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Nope. Score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 2:30.
Don't get nervous.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We got to step it up.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right around the midfield stripe. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Cameron Hayward. Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
1 yard on the sack. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Son, you ain't going nowhere.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 10. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Steps away. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joshua Dobbs, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They can't hang with us.
Balaj. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Keep playing, fellas.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 26. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Airing it out for Hearns. That's caught at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Parker unable to get that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Sanders' kick is good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. On second down, Samuels. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
50.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Dobbs is throwing. Able to power through. Steps away to his left. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
Black 30.
Check 52, come on.
No spacing. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 52's the mic. 22, 44.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Black 20. Get in
the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll run with Samuels. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This one taken just inside the 10. Return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run here with Balazs. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Double. Bang. Focus. Slam. Check 3.
On 1st down, Muhammad. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
You got 3. 3 down.
To throw from his end zone. Dobbs rolling to his left. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Hey, Haywood. Yep. Mike 5-2. Watch the screen. Ready?
Now it's the backup Rudolph. That went into the hands of his tailback Samuels. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, 76 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. They run it with Malage. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready? Block 80!
Check 55, come on.
Hey.
I'm on. 55.
Corner.
Hey, watch the ball. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, high 7.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the screen. Pass. Where's the...
Get it.
Here's Rudolph. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hey, Charlie. There. Come. 5.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
It's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Push him back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their